All right, so we're here with Game 2 starter Brennan Holligan. Brennan, you just had a 7-inning shutout performance, second game of this doubleheader. What does this win mean for you guys, getting this doubleheader sweep?
Ultimately, it's a huge win. You know, we're starting the spring up right now, so we went strong. Last series in the conference against Felician, 1-2, got the sweep here. So ultimately, you know, it's a huge win for the boys.
What was working for you well on the mound today? Obviously, it's a shutout win for you. You go 7 strong innings. What was working well with your pitches and against these Chestnut Hill hitters?
Oh, yes, sir. Ultimately, it was mostly just my heater and then throwing that slider off the heater to help with that. So ultimately, that's what helped me out there.
8 days off before you play Dominican right back here at home. You have 3 games against Dominican. How do you guys prepare for that with this week off now?
So we probably have some off time. Let's see. I know that the boys who played this game, we got weights later on in the week. So early on, we'll have some off time, and then we'll get back in it later on in the week.
So that's Brennan Holligan, Game 2 starter, got the win here. Now we're going to bring in Matt Semon, our Game 1 starter, who had the first official no-hitter in program history. We did some fact-checking on it between games, and we talked to former head coach A.J. McNamara, who said that they had a pitcher go 5 innings back in 2009 and get a no-hitter, but that's a lot different from getting a 7-inning no-hitter. What does that mean to know that you're the first official pitcher to get a no-hitter in program history?
It feels good. I feel like it sets an example for the rest of our guys. Halligan came out right after that and backed it up with a great performance. As an older guy on the staff, I just do what I can do to get us some wins and set an example for the rest of the guys.
I noticed this from up here. I don't know if you were doing it at all or if you noticed it, but I noticed that you started to slow down as you were pitching. The early innings, it seemed like you were working really quick, and that's where you were a little out of control. It seemed like some of your breaking pitches weren't breaking where you wanted. But as the game rolled on, it seemed like you slowed down your pitching style, and those breaking pitches were starting to hit. What changed as the innings went on? Because you had a lot of hit batters and walks in the first 2-3 innings, but then it seemed like you settled down those last 4 or 5 innings.
I would say I probably slowed down because I was a little tired, so I needed to catch a breath between pitches. But just in between pitches, taking a breath, refocusing myself, I think that was the key for me, not to make 2 bad pitches in a row, Did
you know that you had a no-hitter going? I know that was that questionable call, and I was scoring the game at short with Evan, and I reviewed it, and I'm like, well, that wasn't as bang-bang as I thought. So I had changed it right away to an error in that same inning. But did you have any clue that you had a no-hitter going?
Yeah, I knew. After that inning, I came in, I was talking to Bank, and I was like, it might have been the 4th inning. I was like, yo, they're going to change that to an error, right? He's like, yeah, it was definitely an error. And I was like, all right. And they were talking to me about, I need to limit my pitches in the 6th, not to go have a long-winded inning. And I just came out there for the 6th inning, threw the ball right down the middle, hopefully got some quick outs. And then 7th inning, I was just not going to give up a hit there.
Was the plan to go the full 7th no matter what, or was the plan for you to be coming out if you had given up that one hit?
I'm pretty sure he would have taken me out in the 7th if I had given up a hit. But in the past, Gold has pushed me to 7 innings when I can do it.
What was the celebration like to have with your team? And obviously you have to readjust right away, so now you kind of can celebrate now you got the doubleheader sweep. But what was that moment like to have all your teammates mob you out there on the field?
It was great. I actually, when I was younger, Mikey Pavlicek, who was the right fielder, he's actually been in the outfield for both a no-hitter and a perfect game I've thrown in my life, my only 2. So it's great in college to, have him here for that. And immediately the first guy I saw hugging me was my brother, who's also on the team, which was a great feeling. Haven't felt something like that in a long time.
4-1 to start conference play now. How do you guys keep the ball rolling with this week off?
We're going to get a couple of good lifts in. We're going to keep our heads down, keep working. And we got a bunch of guys that are going to go out there and pitch well and do their job.
Matt Semon with us, no-hitter, the first in program history for Post. We thank you for joining us today for this doubleheader of baseball, 2 7-inning wins for Post University over Chestnut Hill, 2 shutout wins. We'll see you next Wednesday against Dominican University.